Welcome back, everyone. I've been working on this project over the past couple of days. This is my anvil stand for my anvil, hopefully to start my brand new hobby of blacksmithing. Now, I've wanted to blacksmith for years. Bought this anvil about 10 years ago. Not a great casting by any means, but something to hammer on and learn. But we needed a stand, and that's what we built. Now, I've wanted to blacksmith for many years. I can't tell you how many YouTube videos on blacksmithing I've fallen asleep to. At any rate, I'm hoping that at some point I can turn a perfectly good piece of metal into something unrecognizable. But let me show you what I did to get this anvil stand done. Today we're going to build a stand for it because I bought some other items that are going to get us on our journey through the blacksmithing world. So I've got some 4x6 timbers, some threaded rod, and the anvil, of course, and we're going to build a stand for it. I picked these 4x6s up in a cull lumber pile along with a whole bunch of really bent and curved and wood that came along with it, and these happen to be in there. Now, I haven't had a use for them. Mrs. from the Woods wanted to put them in the garden, and I said no, not yet. And today we're going to cut these into 32-inch lengths, run them through the thickness planer, and drill holes for the threaded rod. Now, this is also left over from another project. You got to keep your eye open in the garbage bins at construction sites because they throw away an awful lot of stuff that you can use. I got this out of a construction bin many years ago. Now, I had a lot more. We've used some here and there, and this is what I've got left, and I think I should be able to make the rods to bolt the pieces together out of all of this. The proper height for your anvil, according to all the blacksmiths on YouTube, and I'm going to follow their sage wisdom. And apparently when you hold your fist clenched and loosely by your side, you're supposed to measure that. Now, for me, it comes to about 36 inches. And my anvil, although it's small, is 5.5 inches tall. So the total height of the block, or the stand that I have to make, is the clenched fist less the anvil, which works out to be about 30.5. Now, I like to work a bit higher. I don't care to bend over all the time, and I can't foresee sitting there with a major hammer on this small anvil just for smaller work and learning how to blacksmith. So I think we're going to make it 32 plus the anvil. I've got them cut to rough length, and it ends up being 11.5 wide unplaned and 11 high, which I think will be fine for this small anvil. If I decide that I want a bigger anvil, I'll have to make a new base, but for now I think that'll suffice. I've got the 6 pieces planed, all 4 sides. Didn't put a whole lot of thought into the size. Just wanted 4 clean edges. They're not even 100% square. So this is the idea. I'm going to stack them up, ratchet them together, and put it on the floor and just see if our height is going to work. A quick test fit with the anvil and ratchet strap together. It ends up being 10 3/4 this way and 11 1/4 that way, and 37 to the top of the anvil. I think that'll be a pretty good working height, at least for learning, and we'll figure that out as we go. But yeah, I think this is going to work out. Now we have to drill holes for the ready rod or the threaded rod, bolt it together, and figure out a way to attach the anvil to the top of the anvil stand. I was about to start cutting the ready rod to bolt timbers together, and I was rooting through my storage room looking for nuts and washers and that sort of thing, and came across this box of timber lock construction screws, and they're 10 inches long, and I'm thinking maybe that might be better for this project. And so what we're going to do is we're going to put it on the bench. We'll put a second strap on there. First I'll take it apart and maybe run a bead of silicone or PL400 in between them, just so that it's sticky together, and run the timber lock 10-inch screws through there. That's going to be quicker and wouldn't look bad either, I guess. We'll let the glue cure overnight. You can see the heads of the timber lock screws. There's 8 on this side and 6 on the other. Pulled it together pretty good. Back to the scrap metal bin, and I found these 4 strips, approximately 1/8 inch thick by 1 1/4 by 36, and I thought maybe I could cobble together a couple of nice black metal bands at the top and at the bottom, and I don't know if I've got enough to do one down the center, which would look kind of sharp. But we're going to bend these into the proper dimensions, at least try one, and see how that looks. I managed to find enough lag screws in my little bucket of odds and ends, and I think this band actually looks kind of neat, makes it look quite industrial. So I think on this side where there's 2 6-inch ones, I'm going to put a screw here and a screw here, and on the back side I'm going to put one in the corner, one in the center, and one in the corner, and then that'll match on the front. And because these straps were not long enough, I'm just going to put one of these straps to cover the gap, and I think that'll look pretty neat. I don't think it's going to be structural, it won't be for sure, and now I got to make the one for the bottom. Well, I think that looks pretty good. Looks industrial. I love the look of the lag screws into the metal, and the color, yeah, to stain or not to stain, I don't know. We'll leave that for now. Now we got to figure out how to attach the anvil to the top. I've opted for a couple of angle brackets on each side of the anvil and just lag screwed them to the top of the anvil stand, and it's pretty secure. We're going to do a quick sound test, and it's not the greatest anvil. I bought this at Princess Auto. It's a 40 pound or 20 kilogram, 44 pound I think it is. At any rate, I've been looking for a used good one, but man, they're hard to come by and they're very expensive. So we'll learn on this, and if I need to upgrade, I will. Anyway, we're going to dress the edges of the anvil here and clean up the horn, and I think we're almost ready to start banging some metal. All right, we'll give it a quick sound test. Well, one step done, getting closer towards a blacksmithing career perhaps. Well, at least to make a perfectly good piece of metal into something totally unrecognizable to start with anyway. Hopefully we'll learn a lot. The anvil and the anvil stand are done. I'm going to introduce you to the forge, the coal forge that I bought. Interesting little piece of history. And I bought a set of tongs, which are coming from Amazon, so I'm waiting for those. But yeah, looking forward to this. This is going to be a whole lot of fun. Hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you did, we'd love it if you join us again. Subscribe, like, and share, and we'll see you on the next one.